Oxylance Incorporated manufactures exothermic cutting equipment for a variety of applications. One of the many systems we manufacture is the SureCut system. The SureCut system is an ideal tool for removing pins from heavy equipment as well as gouging welds. The system relies on a single cylinder of oxygen for fuel and a common 12-volt automotive battery for ignition. The SureCut system comes in a toolbox kit that contains everything you need with the exception of an oxygen cylinder and battery. In the SureCut kit, you get 25 feet of oxygen hose, 25 feet of welding lead and ground, and collets for 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch rods. Additionally, the kit comes with 12 each of the 1/4 inch by 24 inch and 12 each of the 3/8 inch by 24 inch quick connect rods. The SureCut holder uses an interchangeable collet system to accommodate the various sizes of SureCut rods. By changing the collets, you can use 3/8 inch, 1/4 inch, or 3/16 inch rods. The 3/8 inch rods and 1/4 inch rods are available in 24, 36, and 48 inch lengths, and the 3/16 inch rod is available in 18 and 36 inch lengths. Oxylance also offers the 3/8 inch rods in a quick connect version, so the rods can be joined together for longer reach and to reduce stub loss. The SureCut system is equipped with an anti-slag safety device. In this video, we will remove a frozen pin from the gantry assist cylinder on a Manitowoc 888 crane. The owners of the crane have spent a day and a half with a 60-ton porta-power trying to remove the pin and had not removed it at all. The pin was 4 inches in diameter and 10 inches long. To facilitate accurately piercing the pin, the operator welds a base plate and a shield plate to the pin. In this case, the base plate is 4 inches wide and 6 inches long. It gives the operator a firm base to lay the exothermic rod on to keep it centered in the pin. The shield plate can be as large as the operator wants it to be. In this case, the shield plate is also 4 inches by 6 inches. The shield plate serves two functions. It prevents slag from coming back on the operator, and it provides a guide to secure the rod in the center of the pin. The completed base plate and guide plate should look like this. The operator can pre-burn a hole in the shield plate, or when he is ready, he can pierce the guide hole in the shield with the SureCut rod. We recommend that the shield plate is a minimum of 1/4 inch thick. The SureCut system is simple to set up. First, attach an oxygen regulator and the SureCut oxygen hose to a standard industrial high-pressure oxygen cylinder. Next, attach the welding lead and ground to the car battery. In this case, we're using the battery in the Crane Company service truck. You can also use an automotive booster pack or a welding machine set at a maximum of 150 amps. The system is not polarity sensitive, so you can hook the welding lead from the holder to either positive or negative terminal on the battery. Hook the ground lead with the striker plate to the other battery terminal. The SureCut system does not require a continuous arc, so the operator lays the ground lead and copper striker plate on the ground or on a board. Do not place it on the piece of equipment that is being worked on. Attaching the striker plate to the equipment will result in an electrical arc while burning and can cause the rod to burn out the side or damage bearings in the piece of equipment being worked on. Ignite the rod by arcing the tip of the rod on the striker plate and slowly open the oxygen control valve until the rod is burning. After piercing the hole in the shield, the operator stops and checks the hole to make sure it is centered on the pin before making the pierce through the length of the pin. The operator starts the pierce by pushing the tip of the rod into the end of the pin. Once the pierce is started, the operator keeps the SureCut rod constantly moving to prevent the slag from freezing up around the pin and causing it to stick. After the initial pierce, the operator then enlarges the hole to remove more material from the center of the pin. By removing more material from the center of the pin, when it is cooled, it will have more room to shrink. Noise level testing performed by SMO-SYS LLC shows that SureCut rods generate less noise during typical operations than other methods of gouging, such as arc gouging. Average dB rating is 92 dBA. You can allow the pin to cool naturally, or if water is available, you can quench the pin with water. Quenching the pin rapidly will cause it to shrink more than air cooling. Once the pin is cooled down, the operator uses a 30-ton porta-power to push the pin out. The stroke on this particular porta-power was fairly short, so the operator had to make spacers to provide the necessary length to push the pin out. Notice that the guide plate and shield are covered with slag. This slag would have been blown back on the operator if this system wasn't utilized. During the removal, when the pin would stop moving, the operator shocked it by hitting it with a hammer. The operator secures the cylinder with the chain to prevent it from swinging out of control when the pin is removed. When it was pushed out of the cylinder, the operator was able to remove the pin from the frame by hand. The total length of time to remove this pin was about an hour. Notice the end of the pin. By using the guide plate and the shield, the operator is able to keep the shear cut rod centered on the pin, and slag was caught by the guide plate. Also notice in the last photo the heat ring around the shield plate and the slag stuck to the shield. For more information and other applications, please contact Oxylance at 205-322-9906 or visit our webpage at www.oxylance.com.